you realized all of these dreams. So, Harris, you want to add something to it, because this will be.
You've done it all for the purposes of the scarcity of time that we have.
Yeah.
Just veer into the topics today.
Jimmy, good morning.
Yeah, good morning, Alfa.
How is Brian Achampo? Is he still in town?
Yes, let me take this opportunity to extend warm greetings to our cherished listeners, and ask about Dr. Brian Achampo. He has left the Ashanti region. He's currently in the Volta region, continuing with his Brian tour, and I want to say a very big thank you to our people here, that's the delegates within the Ashanti region, for the yeoman's work that they did with the arrival of Dr. Brian Champon within the Ashanti region. We have 47 constituencies, and by the grace of God, he's done with the 47 constituencies. Eastern region was super, Greater Accra was superb, Ashanti region was super mega, and currently Volta region is something else. We are grateful for those who are organizing the events within the various constituencies.
Okay.
You see, there's a 10-member campaign team in each constituency. There is a one person in charge of Dr. Brian Champon's campaign in each polling station. And we want to congratulate them for the good work that they are doing.
Okay.
Everything showed clearly with the arrival of Dr. Brian Champon within the Ashanti region, and we want to say a very big thank you for their support. We want to say a very big thank you for the organization and those who came on board, those who were invited to our programs. We want to say a very big thank you for the discipline, for the comportment and everything. We really appreciate it. And Dr. Brian Champon's message of hope still continues. He says that as the flag bearer of the new patriotic party, he's going to instill discipline and unity within our party going into the 2028 election if he is voted as the flag bearer. And one of the things that he's going to make sure that he helps the party with is to make sure that resources for party activities will come early and will come directly to the delegates who are going to be involved in the day-to-day work in regards to our election. So that is a message of hope, and we believe that those who are not yet on board will buy into it and join the Brian Champon campaign team.
Harris, it looks as if your government is busy arresting people, charging them, and there's also the auditor reports that you cited. But yesterday, the former CEO for National Food Buffer Stock was granted bail, including NSA, himself and his wife, and then former NSA boss, Mr. Asipe, also granted bail. We've been listening to the various allegations leveled against them. Some say relax, still remains an allegation. We are in this country, we saw similar things, but at the end of the day, the government did not succeed. But talk to me about these allegations, what's happening in court, and what allegations are being leveled against these individuals.
All right, Alpha, good morning once again, and good morning to our cherished listeners who always make this program what it is. Good morning to the good people of Aswasi constituency, and then thank you very much to all those who made yesterday's event very colorful. Yesterday Aswasi was like upside down just because Alhaji Mustafa was celebrating his birthday. So it was more or less like a feast.
Where did they have it?
At the Abu Post Office. It was a huge event. I didn't even know that I was going to turn up that way. Himself was surprised yesterday when I was speaking to him. They were
I see.
To celebrate him. So thank them. And we are very grateful. They should keep their numbers and keep mobilizing until we get to the election, so that we popular acclamation, then we just make him our chairman, and then he continue doing the work that he's doing. However, sometimes you see when you put the topic as though you are still arresting people. We are not arresting anyone. We are not arresting anyone. We are just doing what Ghanaians voted us to do. One of the things that Ghanaians realized was the problem of this country was corruption. When President Akufo-Addo campaigned before 2017, he campaigned on the back of corruption, that he was a no-nonsense man and he hated corruption. If the country Ghana can develop to get to the goal of its destination, then as a country, we need leadership who can hold people who hold public office to account for whatever they have done wrong to the state. And then Ghanaians believed him. thinking that this is a man, he has served as an attorney general, he has served as this, he's proving his worth. So giving him the nod to lead the country, perhaps he's going to pull all the strength to ensure that he fights corruption, to ensure that Ghana gets to the path of prosperity. But then Ghanaians trusted him and they voted him. I remember on the day President Akufo-Addo was being sworn in with with the sword of the state, he said, if you think or you supported him because you think you want an opportunity to serve in public, in public service, to make money, then he's sorry. You can, if it is profit that you want to make or if it's money that you want to make, then he's directing you to the private sector. That was what President Akufo-Addo said. And he promised the good people of Ghana that he was going to protect the public purse. So we least expect to be hearing and seeing what is happening currently. Alpha, today every Ghanaian who follows the trend and how issues about public officials of the actual President Akufo-Addo administration has milled this stage with so much impunity. It's surprising. Now we know that we've been stolen. The ordinary Ghanaian know that in fact people have stolen the resources of the state, and it's part of the reason why majority of our people continue to languish in abject poverty. So President Mahama during campaign and the NDC, we all came out and told the good people of Ghana, look, they are stealing the money. They are dissipating the wealth of this nation as though there is no tomorrow. These are the things that we've been able to, realize. These are the things that we've seen happening in this government. But then we cannot say it all. It is only when you give us the opportunity to lead this country that we will open the books and therefore interrogate the system and see the level of rot and the level of corruption and then dissipation of the public wealth under President Akufo-Addo. So Ghanaians thought that we were exaggerating when we were campaigning, when we needed power. They thought we were exaggerating. I remember one of the famous quotes His Excellency John Dramani Mahama gave. He said, "It is only when the frog dies that we see its true length." Most of the things we're saying, he is sure that when we get into office and open the books, the things that will follow up would surprise Ghanaians and it will blow our minds. And it's true, look at how they are blowing our minds. That is basically the reason why His Excellency John Dramani Mahama promised the good people of Ghana, like, dude, this Operation Recover All Loot is something that he is going to use as a practical approach to handling the issue of corruption that we've talked about. And these are not like persecution. It's a body or it's a group that is going to unearth or bring all the evidences of the corruption allegations against persons in the Akufo-Addo government so that it will be handed over to the appropriate state investigative bodies to investigate and establish the truth. And we all know that when Ora started doing the work, people were like, oh, it's not going anywhere. And people were like, so these things are really happening in this country. After their report, immediately John Dramani Mahama was sworn in. We are all in this country when they submitted the report of the investigative work that they've done so far, because they don't have the, prosecutorial powers.
You've listened to the Deputy Attorney General, Mr. Justice or Lawyer Justice Shemshai, making the case that the 20 billion that Okudzeto Ablakwa said we were going to be able to retrieve through the oral report that they have furnished the government, said that was an exaggeration. You've heard him say that?
Well, I didn't hear him say that was an exaggeration, but I also heard the former
Auditor General
say that the amount could be more. Yes, because it is when you are digging that you would establish other facts that you could not see at the beginning of the investigation. I see. So it's not about he has exaggerated anything. No, and then I overheard the Auditor General also.
The Attorney General, maybe I should find the story. The Attorney General's office are the ones to prosecute these cases.
Okay.
So if you have a Deputy Attorney General who in most cases will be going to court, making you believe that a lot of these issues that may have been captured in the report may be exaggeration, and should give you the sense that we should more or less limit our expectations in terms of what oral can do. Don't you think so?
Alpha, for me, I strongly believe, based on even just the NSS scandal, I believe it could be more. Because there are over 200 cases that the oral handed over to the presidency. 200 over. 200. And how many of them have we even started talking about? And I understand over 80 former and MPP appointees are currently under investigation. The few ones that we hear are those who try to hide behind their political parties just to create tension. That is the reason why we think they are the only people who are actually undergoing investigation. We heard the Honorable Matthew Puku Prempe come out and say he has been reporting. 80 others have been reporting. So these issues that we are talking about, I will not be surprised. Even the 20 you are talking about, at the end of the day, could be more. Look at Hanan alone.
Billion.
Yes, look at Hanan alone. Look at Hanan alone. If we should bring calculators in this studio and begin to begin to do simple calculation on what we have expunged so far.
Okay.
Alpha, we might we might get to 10 billion.
No, but
just
what's captured in the report is dollars.
Good. So that is what I'm talking about. So the issue, I believe that nobody is exaggerating. Perhaps it could be more, or it could be the same, or it could be less. So the harm has.
But you think we will recover something?
We will recover a lot, because I understand. Just recently, with regards to Edubwahi issue, you remember that in the course of the week, his lawyer has abandoned him in court, and then I understand one of the problems that he had with Edubwahi was the lawyer was actually thinking plea bargain, and he was not in tune with that. And that's basically.
I've not heard that.
The
reason I heard was that the judge, the attachment felt that the judge was not being fair.
And he applied for the judge to be removed.
So that I knew was the reason why he.
No, but currently as we speak, Edubwahi has fired him. Yes, Edubwahi has fired him. Why? Because he was not comfortable with an attempt of plea bargain. Because immediately you go and say, okay, I've surrendered. Then you need to be able to speak the fact. And therefore the fact would also leave you pant down. Just as in other cases where, in that same case of Edubwahi, where the other partner, the lady involved,
but I've heard the lawyer some time ago saying no, they are not willing to.
Just recently, these are recent information I'm giving you.
Maybe you will have to give me a lot more, because I know that the lawyer went out of the court. But the reason
that was because his plea for the judge to be changed.
Yeah, the reason for that, I'm not sure, is what you said when you said because they are not agreeing whether.
When he abandoned him in court, there was nothing like Edubwahi has fired him.
Okay.
He was still his legal aid.
I'll come back to you.
Let me wrap up on this. You see, the Hanan and Mr. and Mrs. Hanan issue. It has become so much of a disgrace, and I am very.
No, it does not,
bad.
because it's yet to be proven.
Listen, it's yet to be proven. But we saw between 2022 2023 how our students were being starved in high school. Suppliers who supply foodstuffs to these various institutions were crying that they were not paid. It's mounted pressure. Even Ashanti Region, remember Ashanti Regional Minister, the old man. How the suppliers went and they were crying and he sacked them.
That was the woman in the school feeding program.
Exactly. Yeah. Not knowing that Hanan was, diverting the funds for other things.
As alleged.
So we were blaming the old man, not knowing that there is another young man who was actually giving the old man a problem.
I'll come back to you.
It's so sad.
Let me go to Jimmy. Jimmy, in the next 10 minutes, I'm sure you've seen the reports. Damning reports by the Auditor General regarding NSA, that our former KMA was receiving more than 500,000 every month, equivalent to what more than 700 personnel were receiving, and the amount involved now, I think we are told, is around a billion has increased. So a lot of damning reports against your former appointees. What do you say to that? And even though they have, of course, been granted bail.
All right. Thank you very much once again. Let me extend warm greetings to lawyer Justin from Ponkodua, the General Secretary of our party. Let me also greet Chairman Odinho Kokwapia, who is also aspiring to be the regional chairman for the Ashanti region. And let me give an information. In a way, it might be correcting some mischief that my brother and my colleague here tried to create. You see, those women who went to the regional minister, they don't cook for those in the senior high schools. So if there is shortages of food in the senior high school, okay, those people, they don't go. I never saw anybody.
I think they were
So
school feeding.
So the school feeding people are for the basic school.
Okay, so there is difference.
And their food is not from the buffer stock.
Yeah.
So you have to, be clear on whatever that you are saying. We know what is going on in the country. We have information, so try and not to not misinform those who are listening to the program. Let me say this. You see, as a member of the New Patriotic Party, okay, I want to establish this fact that whichever information or details in reports, okay, out there regarding these appointees under the Akufo-Addo administration is not appealing. It's not the best. It's not nice. But whichever way it is, we need to understand and appreciate that it's in the process. Okay, these reports are in our courts. Okay, that's our judgments and other things are going to come out. And as a matter of fact, we need to be patient and wait for the courts, okay, to come out with the necessary judgment. This and I'm happy he spoke about allegations. Okay, all these things are allegations. You remember Kwabena body or something? No, Dubois, sorry.
Dubois.
You remember Dubois' issue, and currently the state of the issue at the courts. Okay, regarding the fact that they were alleging that he never made payments to the institutions for the software and other things. Now the institution has written to the court that they delivered the system to the country, and the details that are coming out contradicts what we heard initially. So I want us to be patient with the courts, and as I said earlier on, some of the findings and issues in our report has not been the best. But whichever way it is, the court is there to establish the final facts and the truth about these allegations, and the necessary judgment will come out for every Ghanaian to know. I would be very, very happy. He sat here and he spoke about a whole lot of things. But the fact I want to establish on your show this morning is that, you see, if he can give us the list of NPP appointees from President Kufuor's era up as at now, okay, who were jailed and convicted of corruption, okay, and mismanagement, I will be very, very happy. Because for you, in your NDC government, we have 14 appointees under NDC, under the Fourth Republic, who were jailed, okay, who were jailed and then, were found guilty.
14 appointees.
Yes, 14 appointees.
I just know of the NCA.
The list is here, and I can give them to you.
Who was jailed in absentia.
The first person on the list is Victor Salome, former Deputy Minister of Finance. Okay, the second one is Daniel Abudakwe, former Minister of Trade and Industry.
Going back into
yes, I'm giving him the 14 people. That's why I'm asking him. Yes, they are all there. Lawyer Chachukata, former CEO of GMPC, Ibrahim Adam, former Minister of Food and Agriculture, Kwame Pepra, former Minister of Finance and Economic Planning, Dr. George Sipayanke, former Director of Legal Sector, Private and Financial Institutions Division of Ministry of Finance. You can talk about Afre Abesiweyome. You can talk about Abuga Pele, okay, former National Coordinator for Youth Employment.
It happened under NDC.
Yes, all these appointees. Yes, all of them are appointees. Okay. You can also talk about William Matthew Tete, the TV, former NCA Director. Alaji Salifu, Minina Osman, former Deputy National Security Advisor, Mrs. Sedina Tamaklu. Okay, you can also talk about a lot of them, 14 of these people who were jailed by the court. Okay, and I expect him to give me names, MPP appointees who were sent to court and they were jailed on issues of corruption.
You should relax.
Yes, you should give me the list.
What's happening in the court? You
see, the issues in the report, okay, are findings.
You are referring to the Auditor General's report.
Yes, and these findings are the people who are I mean,
But
these findings.
for the NSA, there are two. So there's a report, and there's also the matter in the court.
Yes, that is why I'm saying that whichever way it is,
Okay.
your own, the 14, okay, who were jailed, it was sent to court. Allegations were raised. It was sent to court, and they were jailed. Okay, during Professor Tamel's era, we had a couple of MPP appointees under the President Kufuor administration who leveled allegations against under the then NDC administration, including Asamoah Gbartin. It was sent to court, okay, and there was nothing like the allegations they were raising. So today, all the issues up and they are lamenting about the issues or whichever findings that are out now, and I said earlier on, they are not the best, but whichever way it is, they are going to get their lawyers and will go to court. The details of these matters will come out. That is when we will be able to say that they have done this, they have done that. Oh, it was true. Whichever findings findings in the report, okay, was true. The allegations has now been established and the court has given a judgment. That is where we can make a conclusion. Okay, and I'm asking him, give us the list of MPP appointees that have had an opportunity to come and then work for the country, and they were jailed on issues of corruption. Give us the list. Your own is there.
They argue that some under John Mills, if not for the fact that John Mills tried to ensure that we will not get into that situation where a new government comes, they start prosecuting the officials of the past administration. He was not in tune with that, so he relaxed on that. It's one of the reasons why you guys had some bit of, but now with oral, you are likely to get a lot of your members in trouble.
You see, I'm saying that whenever allegations are raised, okay, it doesn't end there.
You're right. It has to be proven.
Very good. So the record in this country regarding appointees, NDC corrupt appointees, okay, who were jailed by the courts, okay, the list is there. You can just Google it on your phone. Anybody listening to the program can just Google and Google the other side, okay, of the MPP.
Okay, let me.
So that these are established. Whether they decided to do it or not, the established facts is the list of NDC appointees is there, and you can check that of the MPP, and you can give the list to us.
2 minutes.
So that's a clear of I mean, people who were found to be guilty by the court based upon facts, established facts, where allegations became facts, and they were jailed, they were put in prison. I mean, they hold the record. You see, and they will continue to hold the record.
Okay, let me go to Harris. 2 minutes. He has a case, doesn't he? That if you look at the archives, at least you can mention some people who served on the NDC that were jailed. You can't find any.
One of the reasons why most of the NDC folks did not like the era of Atamil so much was his father for all, thinking that, I mean, retaliatory politics is not what is going to help build this country. So let's go and start on a new sheet. If not for the fact that the man was that generous enough to allow that to sink. Like by now, I'm sure he will not be here talking about all these things that he's
fact established.
But I'm very happy. That for today, the good people of Ghana are the very people who are calling for this. You are calling 14, granted, and you even included Abu Gapele, who was actually investigated and prosecuted under his own government, the NDC. But mischievously, you've just added him to your list, and we are trying to even correct you, and you are still trying to move on. Let's put that one aside. Let me remind every listener listening to us now. As at now, we have not less than 33 of your appointees, and we have over 200 cases. Those who are passing behind and doing this. And that is basically the reason when the Attorney General started a series to update the good people of Ghana about names and persons, they were not happy. They started going back. Attorney General.
The principle is that until you prove it in court, you don't come in.
But then, if even the charge sheet alone is indicting, when you are said to have committed a crime and your crime is being read to you, the charge sheet, it does not mean that you have done it. But it has established the fact.
You do that in court.
It is done. It's the practice,
forum.
not only in Ghana, even in the United States, even Donald Trump. At a point in time, his charges were said in the media. Who complained? The Westminster administration is a system of governance that we inherited from them.
Okay.
So who are we to say the system is not good? And don't forget that the Attorney General
there is a common balance that every person you arrest is guilty until proven innocent.
And that is basically.
So when you come and you pronounce is guilty in the public forum, that's like
we just mentioned the allegation that this is what they have done.
It means that he's guilty.
See, okay, Hanan, has he not been the charges that was pressed against him is stealing not part? So was it wrong for the Attorney General to say he was a thief?
No, but that he will have his day in court. But when you come and do it in the media, there's court of public opinion and court of
Alfa, if that violates the very constitution that we all uphold.
He said he would take it out.
No, he should. We don't have any problem. That is if only he would have the luxury of time from his jail term that are waiting. You understand my point?
That is if he's
and then
jail.
one thing that I want to let the good people of Ghana to understand is, look, President Akufo-Addo is a bad history for Ghana. Why? Because he knows he opened the floodgate for corruption to thrive. And that is basically the reason why he is the first ever president who have packed our courts more than any other leader that led this country. That is to shield his corrupt appointees. We've seen how president has stood on platforms and clean and cleared corrupt appointees of his even before the courts. We've seen how president upon packing the courts and then thinking aloud that maybe the judges could have their conscience along the line. So let me also institute this plea bargain act to give them an opportunity for them to swerve jail term. But I'm telling you on authority, right now what some of us in the NDC are calling for is that plea bargain law that President Akufo-Addo made as an open door for his appointees to siphon and steal this country and then go scot-free. We need to look at it and amend it. We should have a permanent punishment that is non-negotiable before we can also talk about.
But doesn't the plea bargain feed into the Operation Recover? Because you want to recover.
Yeah.
If you jail the person, you've not recovered.
And that's what I'm saying. I said the plea bargain law should be amended. It should be looked into, regardless of whatever you have done, regardless of how much
recover and punish you.
We will recover, and there should be a statutory punishment.
Okay.
If maybe let's say you've stolen money and then you are caught, pants down. Maybe let's say if the sentence is maybe let's say 10 years or 15 years imprisonment, with plea bargain you are assured to have half.
Okay.
You understand?
Still, you've served jail term.
Still,
that's what you
recover
want.
the money. That's what
go to Jimmy. Jimmy, in the next 2 minutes,
you see, I asked him a simple question. He was playing around the question. I thought he would finish playing and come and answer.
He didn't
finish playing.
You are lucky because of John Mills.
I asked you, give me.
And some people argue that's why John Rawlings and John Mills.
Listen. You see, as I sit here right now, he can make an allegation against me that I've stolen your pen. Okay, but you know I've not stolen your pen. Your pen is on the table. So allegations necessarily doesn't establish the fact that
wrongdoing.
Yes. So this morning you can come and sit here and say all that you want. I gave you your list. Okay, and I can still continue. With your list.
Okay, you've gone through it. Let's wrap up. It's like you're happy mentioning people.
There is more. I told you it's 14.
Relax.
So your list is there. The fact that Professor Mills decided not to, go ahead and prosecute people doesn't mean that there are people who allegations were raised against and then it was true. When we give you power, okay, and I will say it, in our previous administration we failed to prosecute certain people. The Akufo-Addo administration, okay, could have prosecuted could have prosecuted a lot more NDC appointees. So even with that one, you're having 14 on your list. By now, it would have been around 30-something, 37 or so. So the fact is that, you see, you come and sit here, allegations all over. No established fact. But your list is there. Your own list is there. I can reference you to the prisons where they were jailed and they went there to serve the country. So don't sit here without any list, okay, and then be blushing.
The list is coming. Relax.
No.
Wait
I
for your
want.
list.
You see that is
Now
why
you're now corrupt
that is
criminal
why
for
that
all.
you see whatever you are saying are allegations.
Okay.
Whatever you are saying are allegations. That is why I made reference to the recent
So why did he
issue.
steal?
I'm saying that let the courts
Decide.
bring a judgment.
All right.
Because
I hope that you will not come and say the